Miami Vice adopts a continental flair when Crockett romances an Interpol agent while pursuing an international assassin. French Twist was directed by David Jackson and written by Jaron Summers from a story idea by Summers and Michael B. Hagen, and it continues this season's trend, also seen in Definitely Miami and Prodigal Son, of Crockett getting mixed up with women who are simply no good for him. At a Miami hospital, a teenager named Cindy, played by the adorable Shari Headley of Coming to America, is visiting her injured boyfriend David and winds up photographing a murder in progress. A delivery man carrying a shipment of pharmaceutical-grade morphine is killed by an international assassin named Bondi. The newspaper identifies Cindy as an eyewitness, so Vice steps in to protect her in case Bondi decides to eliminate loose ends. Meanwhile, in Paris, the director of France's intelligence agency, a slinky and mysterious man named Zolan, orders a hit on Bondi. Zolan is played by acclaimed Canadian singer-songwriter Leonard Cohen, who dresses in all black and speaks French and hangs out in a mansion. He's only got 2 small scenes, but as one would expect from Leonard Cohen, they're dripping with world-weary cool. Because of Bondi's international crimes, Interpol sends an agent, Danielle Hier, to Miami to team up with Crockett to find him. Danielle, who is played by Lisa Eichhorn, is kind of an abrasive jerk, but Crockett digs that sort of thing, so sparks immediately fly between them. Meanwhile, Tubbs babysits Cindy at a safe house to keep her safe from Bondi, but Cindy, being a horny teenager, immediately sneaks out to cuddle with her boyfriend at the hospital. Bondi pops up and shoots Cindy in the arm, but Tubbs arrives in time to prevent him from killing her. Later, Bondi is spotted at a hotel. The Vice team raids his room, but they're walking into a trap, and they all narrowly escape being blown to pieces. Crockett witnesses Danielle secretly meeting with 2 men who are trying to buy the morphine from Bondi. Crockett gets irked that she's not letting him in on her plans, she explains that she's trying to lure Bondi out in the open, and they end up falling into bed together. Tubbs is deeply suspicious of Danielle for fairly nonspecific reasons. He turns out to be right, she's shady as all hell, but he just kind of has a gut feeling about her instead of anything resembling evidence, so he asks Trudy to dig into Danielle's past. Tubbs tracks Bondi to another hotel, but the bellhop tips Bondi off that the police are after him. Bondi kills the bellhop and leaves his corpse behind in his room for Tubbs to find. Danielle takes a relaxing bath in her hotel room while listening to Aretha Franklin's top 10 hit from 1985, Who's Zoomin' Who. I find this hotel room decor deeply unsettling, but a little bit awesome. Tubbs breaks into Danielle's room and bursts in on her while she's in the bath, which is deeply uncool of him, and threatens her with his knowledge of unspecified secrets about her past. He advises her to stop messing with Crockett's head and leave the country. Tubbs and Trudy have discovered that Danielle is actually an international terrorist turned spy for French intelligence who uses Interpol as her cover. Crockett figures she came to Miami to assassinate Bondi, who used to be an asset for French intelligence but is now considered a liability due to his propensity for murdering everyone around him. Assuming Danielle has left town, Crockett and Tubbs shadow the prospective buyers as they attempt to purchase the morphine from Bondi. The deal goes bad, and Crockett and Tubbs end up chasing Bondi on foot across a drawbridge as it's in the process of being raised. Tubbs successfully leaps across, but Crockett will end up clinging to the raised center of the drawbridge for dear life for the rest of the episode. Danielle pops up and kills Bondi. She then tries to kill Tubbs, intending to frame Bondi for his murder, but Crockett, who is still clinging to that drawbridge, manages to shoot and kill her. It's an okay episode. I like the idea of Miami Vice turning briefly into an international spy thriller. It's a nice change of pace. The Leonard Cohen cameo is pretty cool, and I have a fondness for episodes where Crockett ends up falling for the wrong woman. It falls a little flat overall, probably because the script never quite figures out what to do with Danielle. Lisa Eichhorn does what she can with the character, but Danielle comes across as more brusque and charmless instead of diabolical and ruthlessly competent, which would have been a lot more entertaining. Because this episode gets the job done without being especially notable, I'm giving it 3 flamingos. Join me next time when Crockett and Tubbs become suspicious of a judge who gives out lenient sentences for dangerous offenders. In the meantime, please hit subscribe or find me on Twitter, and I will meet you back here later.